everyone, it's me, Joni again. I just woke up a little bit ago, so my hair was still back and I tried to brush it and get it all to lay down, which it was, but some of these new hairs are sticking back up. Anyway, what are you gonna do? So I had my year follow-up appointment yesterday, which actually was a year and 3 weeks. And I officially weighed 263 point something, which made me, my official loss was 149 point something. My BMI has gone down like 25 points. So I've lost 53% of my excess body weight. So from now on, I only see my doctor every 6 months for a while. And I mean, unless there are problems, obviously. He said by the next time I see him, I should, because I asked him, like, how much should I lose between, like, now and the next time? What would he expect? And he said 20 to 25 pounds in the next 6 months. I think I could have done better if I was doing some things better nutritionally, and also if I was more active. I should have been more active. And I really want to be more active, but I don't know how with this crazy knee. So I really think I did something bad to it. Like, I think I have to go to the doctor's Monday and ask him what the heck is going on. Anyway, so I also spent a while with the nutritionist because I had some questions and I lost my yellow Bible for weight loss surgery patients. So a couple of things I talked to you and said I was eating, I want to talk to you about again because I reviewed them with her. One of the things was those Nature Valley bars. I'm sure I showed them to you before, or at least I talked about them. And I found there's not some golden ratio of carbohydrates to protein. But basically, you should be eating in your food groups. You should be getting your protein in. And, with that being said, really, if you're doing right, it'll make you full. So the Nature Valley bars, she said, definitely no more than once a day, probably not that often because, they're like 200 calories, even though they have 10 grams of protein. Oh, excuse me. But that, she understands if they're good, something to keep in your purse or something to, have at your bedside, if you like are me and you are getting ready to go to bed or you wake up and you're hungry for a snack. So that being said, so that's on the Nature Valley bars. And, I have eaten them more often than that. And so that might be one of my issues. The other thing she said is make sure you actually do portion control on your foods. Because I told her, I was eating cashews and stuff like that. And she said, that's great. They have, all the right things in them, but they also, can add up in the calories. And so, she said, actually, I told her that the serving size was like a quarter cup according to the thing. And she's like, you might want to do about half of that and no more of that a day. And I was like, daggone, she's like, you wouldn't want to actually just sit down with a can of nuts and just eat. The other thing are those Mayfield brown cow things I told you about that had 2 grams of protein and they had no added sugar and were under 80 calories. And she's like, yeah, I would have them maybe on occasion when everybody else is having birthday cake and you need them for ice cream, but don't keep them in your house. So no more brown cows for me. And instead do sugar-free pudding or make pudding pops, which I just bought a cheap popsicle thing again, because I always lose them. It was 25 cents from Walmart. So, and I have like a friggin' ton of sugar-free Jello and sugar-free pudding in my cabinet. You know, the boxes that have to be made, and they're like going to expire because I'm like too lazy to fool with making them. And I forget that they're there. And I also told her I had all this Ungery, like I have 2 canisters, like big ones, of Ungery chicken soup powder. And she said to look on their website because they had things like how you could put it in mashed potatoes and stuff, and you can boost basically your protein intake with that. And I was like, I don't really eat a lot of mashed potatoes, but you know, there's no reason I can't because we are supposed to have some starch. So you're supposed to have 2 to 3 servings of fruit and vegetables a day, and I got to get on that. And I misunderstood. As far out as I am, I don't have to peel my grapes anymore. That was just something she mentioned for like to begin with, like to be careful of the grapes when you first have surgery and stuff, like when you're first getting back to eating normally again. So I had just tried grapes like this summer, just a few weeks ago, with my friend Donna here, and we peeled all of them. And oh my gosh, they were so friggin' delicious. And I have, for some reason, been scared of apples. I know that sounds stupid, but I haven't had an apple in over a year. I mean, I freaking miss apples. And so I am going to get some Granny Smiths and try and eat like half an apple. But yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, certain things, I don't know. So I also, the other day, I've mentioned before that, lettuce and I do not get along. I tried again with the lettuce and had success. So maybe my stomach is now okay with lettuce and will be okay with it. I noticed that I don't eat tuna anymore, and I hardly ever eat eggs. Eggs were the first thing I got sick on after I had surgery, and it caused me a great deal of pain. My surgery was fresh. Everything was still healing, and it hurt a lot. And tuna was one of the things that, in the early days of having more regular food, that I get really sick on. And so I have left the tuna alone. But I'm going to try back to tuna and eggs again, and I think it's because it reminds me of like pain and vomiting or something that I don't eat that stuff. Like they literally turn me off. So I'm going to try to get back to eating eggs and tuna. I'm going to keep the cows out of my house. I'm only going to eat the Nature Valley things, like no more than once a day. If I have to, I'm going to supplement with a shake a day just so I can make sure I'm getting my protein in. I'm going to eat more fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to try to really I'm going to try to plan my meals. And I like to have my stuff basically ready to go because I've told you before, I do not like to cook. I'm not a cooking person, unless I'm camping. So I need to get my stuff, if it's not like ready and prepackaged, to like my Sargento breaks, which she said were great, by the way. But also to watch out and make sure you get like low fat cheese whenever possible. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, like portion out my food, get some little containers and portion out, here's some grapes, here's some strawberries already ready, different things like that. So that here's how many cashews I should eat and how many this and that. So that when I go to have it, I can just grab it and it's ready and it's there. And it's not, and I'm not eating too much, and I'm not eating the wrong things out of convenience. I need to put more thought into my meals and meal planning. So I think if I had been doing that all along, I would have lost more weight. And I was so strict at the beginning. But I need to get back to really finding the right balance, I think. And I think if I do that and I figure out what's going on with my knee and get more active, I will be able to really get my weight loss, jumped back up. Because for the last like 3 months, I haven't been at a stall. It isn't like I've stopped losing weight, but I haven't lost a lot. I feel like I haven't lost very much weight. I've lost like, I don't know, 15-ish pounds, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit more, but yeah. Anyway, so my first year that everybody says is your like golden year where you can lose weight really easily is over, and it was a lot of hard work. But now a different kind of hard work is going to begin, which is, making sure that you're sticking to it, making sure that you eat the right stuff. And that's why I spent time with the nutritionist yesterday, because I needed to get myself back on track. Sometimes you need somebody else with the knowledge to like steer you in the right direction. So she's talking about low-fat string cheese and some, lunch meat, and wrap the lunch meat around the deli meat and eat it as a snack or to get your protein in. I got kind of sick of string cheese. I had a lot of it in the beginning, and I kind of got sick of it. I told her about going to McDonald's and having like 2 chicken nuggets and some french fries. And she was like, yeah, but that's fried. And I was like, that's the only fried food I ever eat. And she's like, okay, here's what you can do. Ask for the grilled chicken sandwich and just don't eat, because I was like, I don't eat bread really. And she was like, well, then just take it off and don't eat the bread. So, I think I'm just going to ask for like the grilled chicken, hold everything that goes on it, and I'll just eat that when I go to McDonald's. Yeah, so, I have enough Happy Meal toys to last a lifetime anyway. Plus, salad stopped hating me as much, I think. So maybe since I did a trial run here at home, I can do some like salad sometimes, get my fruits and veggies, my veggies, that kind of thing. So yeah, try to keep your cheeses low fat, try to keep your, when you're up to a year out, it's okay to still have, it's okay to still be having shakes, but no more than 1 a day. You need to be having food. Just, it's really common sense things, but it's reminders of things that are important to, to keep you going. And if you remember these things before you get to where you're eating stuff you shouldn't, then you'll be in a good place. I can look back over these last, several months, especially the last few months, and go, yeah, those were poor choices I was making, and trying to justify them, by the way. And I was just taking in too many calories, I think. I haven't, she said, you're not doing awful. You're still making not horrible choices. There are worse things you could have been eating. But, these are some changes that I should make. So I'm going to get the sugar-free pudding out and the sugar-free Jell-O. And I'm going to buy some more fruits and veggies. And I'm going to buy some of those little containers from like the dollar store. And I'm going to try and get stuff ready ahead of time so that I can just grab it as a snack. So that's what I have going on, and that's my info from my year appointments. And they say I'm, right on target, and I've lost, the amount that I should have, and that I'm doing pretty good. So with all that said, that's where I am on my journey. Hope wherever you are on your journey, you're doing great. Thanks. Bye.